Hiya guys, Storm201 back again with another Nanoblock video, this time of Blinky and Inky from the Pacman game. These two ghosts will keep chasing you around the maze until Pacman gets caught, or unless Pacman gets a power pill, or a super power pill, then they will run from you like the plague. So, I'm going to let's find out how many bags we've got to take care of first. At least a level 2, when the last step was just a level 1. Forgot to mention that. So it looks like we've got 4 little bags, so don't know how I'm gonna well, this will be an interesting build. I've got looks like it's the same routine, but I won't know until I start sorting it out. Anyway, I shall be back with you when I sort out all the bags. Okay, so it has taken me quite a while to sort out all the pieces, but it's all organized there. They're all in their rightful groups. So what I'm going to do is, instead of pointing out all the all the pieces that you'll need, I'm only going to use one color so that you can use as a full reference. Now, I did a search online if there was another Pacman set for Pinky and Clyde, but unfortunately there isn't. But anyway, this is what I've got. So what I'll do is I will leave in the description down below on this page the pieces that you would need to build at least one of them, and then you can swap out the color for the pink or the orange. It's entirely up to you. But anyway, let's get the easy pieces sorted out of the way. Dark blue, we've got 2 T's, 2 1x1s, and 4 2x1s with nothing on them. Then for the whites, we've got 8 1x2s with nothing on them, 2 T's, 4 1x3s with 2 pegs on them, and 1x1s. Now, I'm going to use the light blue as reference. So you'll need 4 2x4s, 5 1x4s, 2x2s, 6 of them, 1x2s with 1 peg on them, you'll need 7 of these, 1x3s with 2 pegs, you'll need 7 again, 2x3s you'll need at least 10, 1x3s, 13 of these, 1x2s, 13 of these, 2x2s with 1 peg in the center, you'll need 4 of these. And then finally, 1x2s with nothing on them. So again, I will leave a description in the video. I will leave a list of all the pieces that you will need to try and create the other ghosts down in the description below, so please do check that out. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. But I'm gonna get started on steps 1 and step 13. This will be a simul build for me, which is gonna be nothing but incredible. So I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so I have done both steps 1 and steps 13, so I'm just gonna go over what pieces you would need. Although they are not the most uniquely presented pieces, but still, never mind. A 2x3 of whichever color you're using, right here, then a 1x3, then a 1x4 on both sides. Then, in between those was another 1x3, then a 2x3 right here, then a 1x4, then a 1x3, and then a 2x3 right there on both ends. So we have our first base, for the start of each model. So now I'm going to get started on step 2 and step 14. Okay, so steps 2 and 14 are both done now. So what I did with the blue, because I wanted to know which method works out best, was the 2x4, then put the pieces underneath it. Then I did a 1x3 here, then a 2x3 here, 2x3 there, 2x4, then a 1x3. But then I went and swapped tactics around with the red one. I did the 1x3 first, then I went from the left to the right, and went along with that. So my advice is go from the left to the right when you're doing the models. So now it is time for me to move on to steps 3 and 15. Steps 3 and 15 are both done. A little bit easy, I gotta admit, but allow me to explain. So the same method is applied for both colors. I did a 2x3 here, then a 1x3 and a 1x4 on both the outside, then a 1x4, then a 1x3. Then on the inside, I did a 1x3 here, then a 1x2, then 1x2 here, then a 1x3. And finally, again, a 2x3 on both ends. As you could probably tell, the exact same thing has happened for the other model. So now I'm going to get started on step 4 and 16. Okay, so steps number 4 and 16 are both done. Oh, excuse me. So here's what happened for both models. I started off with the 1x2 with no pegs on it, and then I started off from here on the left, and then went around it. Kept doing their respective colors. Then a white 1x2 with nothing on it. Then 1x3s with 2 pegs on each one. Then a white 1x2 with nothing, no pegs, and same again until I went around to the back. Now for the back side of each Blinky and Inky, I did a 1x2 with a 1 peg in the middle. Then a 1x3 with 2 pegs here, then a 1x2 with 1 peg on its own. So now I'm going to move on to step 5 and 20, I believe. Was it? No, step 5 and 17. Okay, so here we are at the end of step 5 and step 17. So I'm going to use step 17 for the bottom side of the example. So what I did for both steps was a 1x3 of their respective colors. Then I put on the blank 1x2s with nothing on them. One here, then one here, so that they're both connected. Then a 1x2 with 1 peg on in the middle each, for them, each respectively. As you can now no doubt really tell on this one model color right here. And on each one was, underneath each one was a 2x3 right here, so that they're properly linked. And the same again on the other side with a 1x3, then, and more 1x2s which are blank. So now I just have to apply each one onto the model for step 6 and 18. And I believe that is that. So we have now done another step of the build, and we're going to move on to the next one, which will be step 7 and 19. Okay, so steps 7 and 19 are both complete, and again, from the last 2 steps for each build, I'll show you what's underneath. So at the bottom, I had to do a white T, first and foremost. Then what I did was I grabbed a 1x2 with nothing on it, like this, and then put it right in the middle of the T. And the same again with the dark blue T. I also used another 1x2 with nothing on it. Then between each one, I used the 2x2 with a peg right in the very middle of their respective colors. And of course, underneath each one, to fill up the gaps between those T's, was a 1x2 of their respective color. Now they both have the pegs on both ends, so that you know what they look like. Then I also had to use a 1x2 with nothing on it, with a 1x1 peg of each color of dark blue and white underneath them, and this is the end result that you get. So now, for the next part of the step, we form the rest of their eyes, and they are coming along nicely, I gotta admit. So now it is time, with steps 8 and 20 over, I'm gonna move on to steps 9 and 21. Okay, so steps 9 and 21 are both done, which I am pleased to say. So now I'm going to show you guys what was at the bottom and at the top at the same time. So for the bottom, I started off with a 2x4, then I did a 2x3 here, so that they're both likely connected, then a 1x3, then 1x2, then a... I'm hoping I've got this, there we go, a 1x3 here, and 1x2. And of course here at the top, I've done a 2x4, then a 1x4, followed by a 1x2 on both sides, so that we've got the top of both their heads. So now I'm going to get started on steps 20 steps 10 and 22 so that I can show you guys what's next. Okay, so I've just done steps 22 and 10. Please excuse me. So step 10 right here, step 22 respectively. So what I did was bit of an odd one, but the best result was when I did this. I started off with a 2x2 with a peg in the middle, then a 1x2 with a peg in the middle, then I surrounded it by the white 1x3s with 2 pegs, then I did the 2x2 with a peg in the middle here and here, then a 1x3 with 2 pegs right here in between, then I did a 1x3 with 2 pegs on both sides, and that was the end result. So now I'm going to try and put them all on the models now. Okay, so the fitting is done for both steps. Just a quick note, when you're doing both of them, make sure that the pegs, I'm not sure if this was correctly done, but I'll sort it out quickly. And there we go. Make sure that when you're doing the peg right here by the front on the eyes, that they are going forwards, as if it was leading from the back to the front of the model. So now we're going to move on to step 23, step 11 and step 23, where we put these on the models. Oops. Just hope that I've done it correctly, and it looks like I have, which is perfect. So now we have fully formed the eyes and the top of the heads of Inky and Blinky. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is done correctly, but I will take a look in a minute. And when I do, I will get to work on the final steps, which is steps 12 and 24. Okay, so for steps 12 and 24, we're doing the feet of Inky and Blinky. What you need is, for the 2 respective colors, is all the last 6 2x2s and the last 6 1x2s. And what you have to do is get them to form like this, and then place them, hopefully, correctly. I think I might have done it correctly, and it looks like I have, underneath each ghost. So, for... sorry guys, something in the front. What you have to do is, you have to pop in each one of these pieces, like so. And you have your 6. Well, you have your ghosts, Inky and Blinky, who are now both ready to chase the Pacman throughout the maze, and hopefully not get eaten along the way. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, why not check out my latest video right here. If you haven't got anything to watch on the weekend or one of your days off, why not check out my playlist right here? And if you aren't a subscriber to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified on my latest videos. Hope to see you again soon. Happy gaming. See you around.